Where do you want these?
Anywhere's fine.
Is this yours or his?
His.
Whoa! Was this his?
Yeah, that was his.
I didn't know he drew.
A bit, yeah. Mostly just while I was studying.
Honestly, I don't know much about the guy at all. I mean, I want to. You spent a lot of time with him. What was he like?
He wouldn't want me to talk about him.
At all? Are you sure?
He was kind of stubborn. Really stubborn, actually. He liked to argue just for the sake of it sometimes, I think. He didn't really have much of a filter. He'd always be making comments during group meetings and stuff. He'd just keep his voice down. I mean, he was funny though. It didn't really take much to annoy him either. He'd always be mad about something or other. And then he'd go on these big rants, which, I mean, that was always kind of funny coming from someone so small. I didn't tell him that, because that would have annoyed him too. But he was really smart and kind, and he always listened to me, even if he didn't really care what I was talking about. He'd pretend to. I could tell he was pretending, but it was enough that he'd even pretend. We could always talk about chemistry, though. He knew a lot about chemistry, since he wanted to go into forensics. He was thinking about going back to school once we got out of here. I thought lab work would be a really good fit for him, honestly. He was also sick. A lot. I felt really bad about that, because there was nothing I could really do for him. But he always had a stomach ache or a headache, or he was exhausted, or there was always something, you know? He was always hurting, so I felt bad that I couldn't really do anything. He didn't really want me doing anything, though.
Yeah, I remember that much. He didn't want me doing anything either.
He was always pretty insistent that he could take care of himself. But I mean, he was really interesting. As a person, he'd been through a lot, and he didn't really want to talk about most of it, but he told me about how his parents died when he was younger, and about how he had to move in with his aunt, and how he moved out when he was really young. And he was always so proud of the fact that he was living on his own and working full-time by 17. But I always thought that was, I don't know. I always worried about that. That's really young to be on your own. He had a lot of problems with mental health, so I was worried about him being on his own. Guess I was right. When he first started telling me about what he was going to do after the killing game, when he first started giving me long-term plans, I was so relieved, because that meant he was planning to be around for a while, and I was so proud of him. It sounds stupid, but he had never said things like that before. He had always talked about his life and his plans like they were never supposed to go past 17. When he started talking about going back to school and about fixing his relationship with his aunt, and I was so proud of him. She ruined everything. She destroyed everything. Sorry. I started rambling a bit.
No, you're fine. I like hearing about him. I feel bad about not getting to know the kid before he left. So, it's good to hear this kind of stuff.
I don't even know what the point is anymore. If I get out of here, what's the point? There's nothing left.
What? You got a family at home, right?
I do. Yeah, just I don't know. I can't even explain it. Everything feels great now.